Welcome back to the Adelaide IceArenA. We are here for Game 8 of the Sid Tange Memorial Trophy between the New South Wales and South Australia. My name is Jeremy Friedrich and joined today by Matus Trinka. How are we looking today, Matus?
Hello. Yeah, pretty good. It's about to be an interesting game. Lots on the line, so expect a big game.
Absolutely. So for those of you that don't know, Sid Tange Memorial Trophy is our Under-18 National Championship, where 5 different states have come down to Adelaide to play a single game round robin. So every team plays each other once, and the big motto there is you really can't afford to lose. Every win matters, every game matters, and very much so for South Australia, who is playing their last game of the tournament in the round robin stage. And for them to have a good look at finals, they definitely need a point tonight. So what can we expect from South Australia?
We definitely expect them to change up their PP and PK, maybe a little. Actually, PK not really, maybe PP, so they can capitalize from their power plays, and probably need to be a bit tighter in front of their own net and step up the physical a little bit, I feel like.
Absolutely. So South Australia coming off a 6-2 loss to Queensland this morning. On the other side of the rink, we have in light blue New South Wales, who are 1 win and 1 loss so far. They play tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. versus Victoria, which will be their final game of the tournament, and they're coming off of a 7-3 loss this morning to Western Australia. So Western Australia, one of the top teams in the tournament so far. They've won every game, and they've definitely made the teams against them work for it. But a big story for today's game. Matus and myself are very lucky to play for the Adelaide Adrenaline in the AIHL, and we have a few players in this tournament that are also AIHL players, much like ourselves, and 2 big names that come out from both sides. We've got New South Wales' 2 leading point scorers, Ivan Kuleshov, who has 4 goals on the tournament, and Braden Costa with 4 assists. What can you tell us about those 2 players, Matus?
So Ivan Kuleshov, Sam is his brother, really nice hands, a good skater, and pretty high hockey IQ as well. Braden Costa, it's a bit different type of a player, I would say, a bit of a more playmaker. He still got nice hands and a decent shot, so very dangerous players. Yeah,
both of them definitely very dangerous players. Great experience in both national teams and just all over the world. They're very skilled players, very much like their older brothers. As you said, we've had the privilege of playing with them probably a little bit more. But yeah, and on the other side of that, we have 2 of our current teammates in Daniel O'Hanley, leading the South Australian team with 4 goals and 1 assist, and Julian Friedrich with 3 assists. What can you tell me about those 2 players?
So we got Daniel Hanley, very physical player, likes to get into the dirty areas, is not afraid to get down, and is not afraid to go into the dirty areas, and has got a decent shot on him, and very smart player for his age. And then we have Julian Friedrich, who's still a little bit looking for his hands and stuff. Needs to get going a little bit, but very good player as well. Very smart, good puck protection, and just makes smart plays.
Definitely. Now, for South Australia, it looks like it will be Maddie Smith starting in goal. Maddie, having played 1 game so far this tournament, picking up the victory against Victoria. She holds a 91.1 save percentage. And on the other end of the rink, it looks like it will be Xavier Roy, who will be sitting up for New South Wales. He posts a very nice 91.3 save percentage as well. What can you tell us about Maddie's game, Matus?
Maddie's game, very athletic goalie, moves well side to side, as I mentioned before. Tracking the puck pretty well. Very good at controlling the rebounds in a game she played before. Yeah, what do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, definitely. We're very lucky to have a very strong contingency of women goalies in our state, and Maddie Smith is at the pinnacle of that. So she is a current AWIHL Rush netminder and also a Under-18 Women's World Champion, which Matus Trinka, an Under-20s Men's World Champion. Can you tell us how hard it is to win a World Championship tournament?
It depends. It depends on the age group. I guess it gets pretty hard. You just need to really make sure you play the system, and everyone needs to buy in, and with a good team, it gets a bit easier, but it's very hard. You need to make sure you are focused and everything. Yeah. Anyway, all 4 of the top players you mentioned from both, like 2 from New South Wales and 2 from SA, I'm pretty sure all 4 of them played overseas last season. I'm not sure about Daniel Hanley. I know Julian Friedrich, your brother, played in Switzerland. Kuleshov, he played in Sweden, and Costa played in Czech. I think Daniel Hanley went to Canada for a bit, if I'm correct or no?
Potentially, yeah, definitely.
I know his brother did, but I don't know what he was doing. probably.
Definitely experienced players, and I think we'll be looking at them to step up and be leaders, you know, because at this level it's not just about how talented you are, it's also about your ability to be a leader and to bring up the players around you. So definitely, especially in a game like this where both teams are really looking for a win, both teams sitting on their first and only win of the tournament, which means that you know, when you've got a tournament of 5 teams and one misses out, you don't want to be that team at the bottom.
Definitely. And also we can see a big change in SA's lineup. So Young and Song from first line, he's currently sick, so he's not playing this game. So we'll wish him for fast recovery.
So we are underway. McGrath wins the draw against O'Hanley, and New South Wales go to work in the South Australian defensive zone. Picked up there by the New South Wales forward, dumped in behind the net, and it will be Gabriel Kudelka. Wheels up, but poked off of his stick there as Daniel O'Hanley gets to work in his defensive zone, hounded there by McGrath. Up the boards to Julian Friedrich. Friedrich back to O'Hanley, that dynamic duo from the AIHL that we were talking about just before. O'Hanley and Friedrich getting to work. Here is Malik West, a South Australian export last year as he filled in for the South Australian Tange team. He's now getting to work back with his natural state of New South Wales, so familiar face for the South Australian players. But Aiden Shea picks that one up, moves it back to Damon Von Einem, who will take time to regroup. Von Einem rims it back around to Shea. Shea loses that one there, and it is McGrath who just has the puck slide under his stick as Shea picks that one back up. So chipped across the opposite offensive zone off of the ref skate, and Dominic Trinker will pick this one up. Dominic Trinker skating it wide here, moves into the middle. Good puck protection there from Trinker, picked up there by Laurier. Laurier feeds it just wide, and Trinker goes back behind the net to pick it up. Trinker wheeling around behind the net. South Australia looking to create some time and space here. Trinker gets the puck picked off him there by Connor Wardlaw. Connor Wardlaw picks it up, rims it around the boards there, and picked up on the boards, but a good hit laid there by Dominic Trinker. So getting to work by South Australia, a good shot and a glove save there by Xavier Roy.
Nice save, no rebounds again, so that's what we like to see on the first save from a goalie. It's nice that he settled in.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we haven't seen much of Xavier Roy, but looks like he's settled in nicely already, and that is very important in games like this. Williams and Kuleshov getting work on the draw. Puck won there by the New South Wales team. It's Gabriel Kudelka who chips it out to Grady O'Brien. O'Brien dumps that one in, and it will be picked up by number 88, Tyron Oxlade. Oxlade chipping that one up the boards to Williams. Williams keeps that one down low, and it will be Gavin getting to work. Gavin turns that one over to Kuleshov. Kuleshov getting to work with some speed around Grady O'Brien, and a great stick check there from Gabriel Kudelka, who puts the puck off of Ivan Kuleshov's stick, and it will be New South Wales that have to regroup. So picked up there by Oxlade, turns it over to Kuleshov. Kuleshov with some speed, taking it wide again. Good stick check there, and a good body from Gabriel Kudelka, who's holding his own there against a very talented player in this age group. So picked up on the half boards there by Kuleshov once more. Kuleshov and Kudelka going to work as they have multiple times today already. And it looks like it will be still held up on the board, so we're waiting for a winner on that one, and chipped out there by Aiden Shea, but only as far as the New South Wales stick. So picked up there by New South Wales and put back in the corner. It's now picked up by Logan Brody. Brody, puck battle there against Kudelka. Brody wheels around in the back door. Good shot blocked there by Kuleshov, and it is O'Brien getting back to work. O'Brien tripped there by Kuleshov, and it looks like it will be the first penalty of the game. So 12-18 left to go in the first period. South Australia get to work on the power play.
Yeah, we got a first power play of the game. We'll see how SA is going to go with that. Last game, they were the other team that took a penalty straight in like first 2 minutes. Or was it? Did they have a power play?
I think South Australia took a penalty early.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's going to go. It went the other way, so we'll see how it's going to work out for them.
Now another big out for South Australia. He played his first game in the tournament. It was captain Daniel Kudelka. It looks like he has resumed his role on the injury reserve, so South Australia get to work with a 5-forward power play unit once more. Here is Friedrich. Friedrich works it in the corner up to Dominic Trinker. Trinker pops it back down to Friedrich. Friedrich down low to O'Hanley. Through the stick and back onto O'Hanley's tape. O'Hanley wheeling back behind his net, drops it back to Friedrich. Friedrich moving just behind the South Australian net. Tried to find his way through to Laurier there, but Malik West intercepts. Picked up by Shea, the defenseman on this unit. Shea chips it up to O'Hanley. O'Hanley chips it past the defenseman and into the corner. O'Hanley getting to work in the corner as he does very well. Here's Friedrich. Friedrich trying to get the puck there, but Malik West with some very good defensive plays to pick that one up. And South Australia will regroup. 1 minute 20 left in the South Australian penalty. 11:34 left to go in the first period. Here is O'Hanley. O'Hanley chips that one up to Friedrich. Friedrich with some speed, taking it wide. Moves around Connor Wardlaw. Friedrich tries to tuck that one back in, but Xavier Roy with a very nice save there. And picked up by Trinker. Trinker rims that one low, and it will be Friedrich to get there first. Friedrich. He's got some support there in O'Hanley behind the net. He pivots there on Tutton. And hounded there by Tutton, but Friedrich keeps possession. Friedrich moves it up to Trinker. Trinker from the point, shoots, and a good glove save there from Xavier Roy.
Very, very nice save through traffic, I think. No rebounds again, very good. But yeah, a very solid shot from the blue line as well. Nice and low for tips. So a very good power play look so far. Very, very good PK looks as well. So entertaining to watch.
Yeah, good start. They have to make sure they settle in. Obviously, this is a do or die game for both teams, and you're seeing that. So here's Williams and Hughes getting to work. Williams wins it. O'Brien picks it up, shoots it onto the stick of Williams. Williams getting to work there against Wardlaw. Williams and Wardlaw going back for it in the corner. Good hit there from James Williams, who manages to loosen the puck up, but Wardlaw picks it up once more. Here's Williams. Williams shoots, and just wide of the net there. Picked up by O'Brien. South Australia still with 30 seconds left to go on the power play. O'Brien shot wide. Here is Gavin. Gavin dumps up on back into the corner for Williams. Williams picks it up, tries to get it through the slot there, but Luca Laurier couldn't get his tape on it, and it will be cleared. Gabriel Kudelka. Kudelka moves it up to Gavin. Gavin once more trying to work his way through the neutral zone. Gavin does a good job of gaining the zone, but it only gets as far as 62, which is Jerry Zhu. So good clearance there from Zhu, and picked up back in the defensive zone by Kudelka. So Kudelka goes back to work, and the New South Wales penalty will be over. So teams are now at even strength. We have 10:16 left to go in the first period, still tied at 0. Here is Ivan Kuleshov. Kuleshov making his way around Friedrich. Friedrich taps the puck off of his stick there, but Kuleshov still picks it up. Kuleshov working in, good shot and a save from Maddie Smith, who makes her first real save of the night.
Yeah, we got a good goalie battle right here, right now. No rebounds so far. Very, very calm from both goaltenders. It is a very, very good shot, a very nice save as well. So nice poke check there from Julian as well. When Kuleshov was entering the zone, Julian just poked the puck out of his stick, and yeah, he just slowed down the whole action and gave the goalie a bit more time to get set.
So Friedrich wins that one out to Laurier. Laurier trying to get to work past Oxlade, but couldn't get it out of the zone. Chipped out and out of play there by South Australia into the benches. So that will be a face-off in the South Australian defensive zone. With 9:56 left to play in the first period, we have a 3-2 shot count for South Australia, but all in all, a very nice start to the game.
Definitely.
Costa and O'Hanley getting to work on the face-off. Costa wins that one, but Laurier's there first. Manages to get it out of the zone to Schumack. Schumack wheels through the neutral zone. Some good moves there, but poked off his stick there by O'Hanley. O'Hanley and Schumack getting to work. O'Hanley bumps Schumack off the puck, but picked up there by Costa. Great forecheck there from O'Hanley, who continues to get to work. And it will be Friedrich who picks it up. Tapped out there to the stick of now Braden Costa. Braden Costa wheeling through the neutral zone. Really good poke check there from Aiden Shea, who did a good job there. And it's going to be another penalty to New South Wales. So South Australia will just take the time to set up. Good move there from Daniel O'Hanley. Some nice little dangles that we don't see too often, but yeah, that's touched up, and that'll be the second penalty to New South Wales. Yeah. Looks like Dushman will get that one.
Yeah, very interesting. I realized Braden Costa, yesterday I watched a little bit of a New South Wales game. He was playing defense. He took a face-off just a few moments ago, so we actually don't know if he's playing forward or defense in this tournament, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see.
From what I know, Braden Costa is a forward, but yeah, no, I think he's a very versatile player. He scored a goal in the PHL as a defenseman, so I think he fills out wherever he needs to, much like Daniel O'Hanley.
Definitely.
But here's New South Wales winning that puck battle on the forecheck. It'll be Aiden Shea, though, that wins the puck battle on the boards to let South Australia reset on their power play breakout. So Shea chips that one up the boards, but only as far as the New South Wales defenseman at the blue line. Here is Malik West. Malik West taps it down, and Dominic Trinker picks it up. Trinker with some good speed, wheeling it out, turns the stick of Julian Friedrich, and Friedrich taps it down into the offensive zone corner. Here is Friedrich. Friedrich rims that one around, and it will be Daniel O'Hanley to get there first. O'Hanley out to Trinker. Trinker walks the blue. Good shot there from Trinker. Finds its way into the slot, and it is a little puck battle, but it is kept in there by Dominic Trinker. Chipped out finally there by Malik West, who does another very solid penalty work in clearing the zone. Here is Aiden Shea regrouping for South Australia. We've had a good little look there for South Australia, but ultimately some good saves and some good defensive play on the power play. Here is Julian Friedrich. Friedrich takes it wide. Friedrich taps it down into the corner. Just taking his time there to set it up. Here's Friedrich. Friedrich finds O'Hanley. O'Hanley in the feet, but manages to clear that one out. O'Hanley cuts to the middle. Friedrich picks that one back up behind the net and gets to work once more. Finds Laurie in the slot. Good shot and a great save from Xavier Roy. Drawing a nice blank there on Nikita Laurier, who was in the slot. Prime for a good shot.
Yeah, very, very good save. Nice tracking of the puck. Yeah, it's very hard to push off this pose we have here in Adelaide from Rivers VH. So from Rivers VH. So it was a very, very good effort by the goalie.
Yeah, good save. And South Australia, 44 seconds left to go on their power play. It will be Williams and Hughes getting to work here on the face-off once the refs work out their formalities. So we are underway, 44 seconds left to go, 8:05 left in the first period. Williams wins that one back and back into the feet of the New South Wales defence. Here is Lucas Gavin. Some good work there, down low shot and a good save from Roy. Here is Wardlaw. Wardlaw and Gavin, good hit there from Gavin, but Wardlaw manages to clear the zone. Good there to take a hit and make the play for the New South Wales defenseman. Here is Noon. Noon gets it over the blue line, but only as far as Gabriel Kudelka. So Kudelka chips that one up to Williams, and Noon and Williams continue to get to work. Here is Luca Laurier. Laurier chips that one onto the stick of Williams. Williams finds Gavin, but a good poke check there from Tutton to get that one back to Grady O'Brien, who shoots that one into the corner. We have 9 seconds left on the power play. Gavin on the half boards, cuts into the middle. Good shot blocked there by New South Wales, and I think that will do it for the power play. So teams are back to even strength, and we have a 0-0 scoreline with 7:18 left to go in the first period. Working down low here is the New South Wales defence. Picked up by Gavin on Connor Wardlaw. Pinching in is O'Brien, but Wardlaw gets there first, only as far as Gavin. Gavin chips it up to Noon, though, and Noon will chip that one down and out for icing. Thoughts so far, Mateusz Trinka, on the South Australian team?
So far, we see a very strong forecheck by the South Australian team. They're very, very physical on the boards, and they're really making sure they pin the players that they hit, so they can get the puck afterwards, and they get another player to help them out and get the puck out of there.
Definitely, it's good. It's a do-or-die game, and they have to come out hard. But New South Wales have done a very good job of weathering the storm. So Hanley and Costa get to work. Here's Noon. Noon gets it only as far as Friedrich at the blue line shot, and a good glove save there from Xavier Roy, who, like we said many times earlier in the broadcast throughout the week, you have to get in front of these goalies, don't you?
Exactly. I was about to say that, Jeremy. South Australia had 3 shots so far. All of them are from pretty far away, almost a blue line distance, and there was not too much of a traffic. There might have been a bit of a traffic on a couple of the shots, but so far the goal has seen everything, and those are pretty easy shots to save if you can see the puck pretty well.
So O'Hanley wins that one back to Von Einem. Von Einem shot blocked by his defenseman Schumack and into the corner. O'Hanley and Schumack getting to work in the corner with Zhu. Zhu and O'Hanley getting to work, but now it is Friedrich who picks it up, only as far as Schumack's stick, and then back down into O'Hanley's possession. It is Zhu. Zhu skating it out with some good speed here. Zhu wheeling in through the neutral zone and up to Von Einem, but a good stick check there from Von Einem gets it up and into the corner. South Australia chips it up through Blake Ung, but only as far as the New South Wales defenseman. Kept into the zone there by New South Wales, and we get back to work on the half boards. Here is Ung. Ung only as far as Friedrich, but finally it makes its way down to Aiden Shea. Shea chips that one down way out of the reach of Daniel O'Hanley, and that will be icing.
Yeah, you probably assume New South Wales are going to put their big guns out there, or maybe not. Never mind. Yeah, we got tired SA players on the ice right now, and yeah, we got some fresh New South Wales players there, so I feel like New South Wales are just going to try and get the most out of this.
Yeah, definitely. Icing is definitely not a luxury to have, and you want to make sure that you keep that advantage over him. So here is Aiden Shea on the boards. With a bit of speed, he takes it wide over the blue line. Good slap shot, and it's in! Aiden Shea with a slap shot from the blue line. Definitely not what we were expecting to see there. A nice shot on goal. A little bit to the contrary of what we were saying about having no screen in front, but they're really awkward, aren't they, those floaters?
Those type of shots like that are very awkward. In AJHL, you might remember, in the grand finals, I was versing Brisbane, whatever the other name they have. Yeah, just Brisbane and Brisbane Blitz, I think.
Yeah, Brisbane
Blitz. And their captain just shot it from the red line, and he just kind of trickled in through my pads as well. But luckily it was offside, so the goal was called off, which is not the case in this scenario. So we'll see how the goal is going to pull up after this.
Yeah, definitely. We've all had those goals. Obviously, Mateusz and myself, both national under-20 goaltenders. It happens at some point, and it happens, like you said. So a good challenge here for
the most important thing is
here is South Australia. Gavin shot, and a good save there from Roy to bounce back.
Yeah, the most important thing is how the goal is going to recover after this and respond.
So here is New South Wales through Brody. Brody chips that one onto the stick of Kuleshov. Kuleshov man there by Dominic Trinker with a good hit there from Trinker, and it will be Williams to pick it up. Williams wheeling back through behind his net, and that's going to be another penalty to New South Wales. So a little bit of a lack of discipline, I think, to start the game. You definitely don't want to be taking penalties after a goal, do you?
Definitely. We've seen a couple of dirty plays there after the play as well. From number 16, I think that's Kuleshov. Just a little bit of slashing, but like that's what comes with hockey, you know. Like, if the ref doesn't see it, it's a fair game, I guess. And yeah, it's not the first time player ever done that, but you need to make sure you keep your nerves under your control, especially at this point of the game when it's 1-0, and it's very crucial to keep the score low if you want to win the game.
Absolutely. So yeah, like
you don't want to let your emotions take over yourself and take stupid penalties.
No, we definitely said a few times this week, you can't give the ref any reason to call something. So that is a good play there, but Laurier just fending on that one. Boo will be the first to get there, but a good hit from Laurier. Laurier getting to work there on Boo, but Boo does a good job of taking a hit and clearing the zone, so really good defensive play there from Boo. And South Australia get to work on their third power play of the evening so far. So yeah, definitely a little bit of clean up here from New South Wales, but they've done a really good job of the penalty kill, so you also can't really fault their efforts there. Here is Friedrich. Friedrich wheeling it wide on the offensive zone. Here is Friedrich, takes it wide and delays for a second. Behind the offensive zone net once more. Friedrich off the stick of Roy and onto the stick of Friedrich once more. Poked away there by Roy. Really nice play to get that off of Daniel O'Hanley's possession. Here is O'Hanley picking it up once more. O'Hanley works it into the slot off the skate, and Roy will pick that one up and hold.
We've seen a lot of times Roy use his stick very effectively, and it's such a big advantage of a goalie who learns how to use their stick properly, because it just gives you a bit of an extra reach, and you can just control the play a bit more and put in the corners, and the other players have to work hard for it to get in from the corners in front of the net again.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very active with his stick, and it's good to see him remain confident and keep trying what he knows works best for him, because like you said, they're very difficult to bounce back from, but they're things you have to bounce back from.
Definitely.
In games like this. Here's Laurier, good shot, and another simple save there from Roy just to get the total back up and get comfortable.
It's probably not the best thing that New South Wales took a penalty straight after that, but I guess sometimes it helps because you get a bit more shots and it helps you settle in a bit better.
So O'Hanley, and it looks like it is Gwyn getting to work there, or Malik West. West blocked the shot of Friedrich there, and it will be Schumack and Laurier getting to work. Laurier picks it up, chips it down to O'Hanley. O'Hanley with some good work there, and Schumack getting some nice poke checks in there. O'Hanley off of the stick of Hughes, and it will be O'Brien to pick it up first. O'Brien chips that one down and picks up his own dump in. O'Brien over the blue line. Some good work there from O'Brien. Take a couple nice moves there from Grady O'Brien to get in on the forecheck on the power play. Here's Daniel O'Hanley. Good chop there from Hughes to clear the zone. 30 seconds left to go in the South Australian power play, and it will be Julian Friedrich to pick up once more. Friedrich to O'Hanley. O'Hanley walks in, shot, scores! Daniel O'Hanley, a nice power play snipe. He adds to his tally for the tournament. It is now 5 goals for Daniel O'Hanley.
Yeah, very nice shot. I wasn't really watching because I was writing something down here, but I'm pretty sure the goalie could have challenged the player a bit more. Definitely. You would like to see the goalie come out of the crease a lot more than he was. You can't be challenging the player like this in the middle of your crease, so you definitely like to see the goalie come out a lot more and challenge the player and give him less space to shoot on, and it's definitely harder to pick the corners then.
So definitely a test of character here for New South Wales as Braden Costa goes to work here on Damon Von Einem. A great poke check there from Von Einem, who now is very content just doing the basic defensive work. Braden Costa, very experienced head here for New South Wales, and you definitely can't count them out just yet. Good poke check there from Trinker, and it'll be Williams to pick up first. Williams over the blue line. Shot, good. Oh, just wide there of the net by Roy. It's picked up in the corner by Quinn. Quinn up the boards, but only as far as James Williams forechecking stick. Poke checked off the stick there again, and it is Williams. Williams getting to work down low. Shoots, and a good save there from Xavier Roy just to settle the nerves back down. I think that is very important. Obviously, both netminders, and you know what it's like.
Definitely.
A couple of goals that he might want back, but he's a quality goaltender, and we've seen him just have to settle back.
And also quite a few awkward shots from the SA team. They're not always easy to handle, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, it's all about the confidence, right? You play a lot better. We had Ronan Hoy this morning for Queensland playing an unbelievable game, and you see the difference it makes when a goalie's really confident. So here is Boo. Boo picks it up, and it will be out and wide through Kuleshov. Kuleshov shoots, and a good save there from Matty Smith. Smith Wheeled back around and picked up by Julian Friedrich. Friedrich chips that one up and over the zone, and it will be Friedrich going to work there against, it looks like Ivan Kuleshov, who picks it up now. Wheeling through his neutral zone, as he does very, very effectively. Kuleshov, good hit there, and picked up in the slot by the South Australian defenseman in O'Hanley, who is playing a very, very solid game tonight, as he always does. So a good puck battle on the boards there by O'Hanley and Brody. Picked up there by Kuleshov, but it is Gabriel Kudelka who gets there first. Good way to evade that hit there from Gabriel Kudelka, and Boo hits him. Kuleshov moves it up the boards. Picked up there by Wardlaw. Wardlaw shoots that high and wide, and it looks like New South Wales will continue their offensive pressure. Little turnover there, but it is now O'Hanley who finds Friedrich. Friedrich moving up the boards here. He's got Laurier streaking in the middle. Friedrich shoots, blocked there. Good block, and Friedrich will get to work once more. Friedrich on the boards. Friedrich takes a hit there from Boo. Still working there in the corner. Picked up by Schrinker. Boo chips that one back behind his net to Wardlaw. Wardlaw forecheck there by Laurier. Laurier keeping up the pressure on Wardlaw. Good friendship there by Wardlaw, by Laurier. Laurier finds Schrinker in the slot, but turned over there, and Wardlaw will pick it up once more. Chipped up the boards to the New South Wales defenseman and chipped out to Von Einem. So Von Einem moves that one across to Shea. Shea moving that one up the boards, off of the feet, but it will be offside.
Very nice heads-up play by Von Einem there. Just a little sauce over across the eyes to D and out of trouble, basically. What our coach Stu would say.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the simple. Shout out to Stu.
It's the simple plays that you have to make in these situations. You know, you need the confidence, and you need to just keep playing some solid hockey. New South Wales definitely a very quality team, and I think they just need to settle down and get into their offensive zone and get to work.
Definitely. But we've seen a lot of Kuleshov on the ice right now, so we'll see how SA is going to handle him, because he's all over the ice when he's on the ice. Yeah,
he definitely is a very talented player. Here is Gavin giving chase to a loose puck. Gavin in the offensive zone, shot, and a nice glove save there from Xavier Roy.
He's got a quite decent glove. Everything stays in the glove, so far very, very solid performance from the goalie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've had times in tournaments, especially must-win games, where you haven't started the way you want. What's really important for you to go back to that game that you play so well?
It always comes to the next save. It's always the next save, and look, if you get the next save, you're good. If not, then that's when you're in a bit of trouble. But look, it's always about staying calm and just playing in the moment, not trying to think about past or future. And enjoying the moment, especially having fun.
Definitely. Here is O'Hanley. O'Hanley wheels that around. Good save there from Roy once more. Hit there is a Trinker. Laurier dumped back in the corner there by O'Brien. O'Brien finds Schumach's stick. Schumach rims that one around, but only as far as Julian Friedrich. Friedrich moves that one off of the skates of the forechecking New South Wales player and onto the stick of Schumach. So Schumach will get that one up to his winger, and that will be cleared. Picked up there by O'Brien. O'Brien rims that one back around, but good interception there from Braden Costa. Costa getting to work there on O'Brien. Good stick check there from O'Brien to keep that one in South Australian possession. Chipped wide there, and it will be Julian Friedrich who gets there first. Friedrich with a little bit of space down the wing, as he likes to do so often. Takes it wide and into the feet of the referee. Here is Friedrich finally getting to that corner he loves to work in. Good hit there as he continues to keep possession. Friedrich getting to work. South Australia still with possession. Shot off the foot and in. Probably not the first goal of the tournament he would like to have, but yeah, Julian Friedrich adds to his tally.
Whatever helps to get going, you know. Julian has been struggling with the scoring this tournament, and I feel like this one's definitely going to help him out. And we see Trinker being a bit greedy and asking for an assist, which is probably not the best thing he should do straight after a goal, but look, well, if he gets the points up, I guess. But also, yeah, Friedrich, very, very... You put it on the net and you hope for the best sometimes, you know, and that's what happens. And when your defense is not helping the goalie out much, then it's hard for the goalie to save when your own player scores it on you. So
yeah,
look, what can I say, Jeremy?
No, 6 seconds left to go in the first period. That period has escaped us a little bit. It will be a good shot there from New South Wales, who really trying to generate something. 0.8 seconds left to go in the first period. A little bit of formalities, but
it's a very tough period for the Sydney goaltender. I mean, New South Wales goaltender. So we'll see how the second period is going to go. I mean, as said in the first game this morning, said Unspent had pretty tough first period, and then he pulled up pretty well after that. But again, it's all about how you handle it mentally. I'm sure physically the goalies here are good enough to play in this level, obviously, but it's all about the mental side of the game right now.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm sure, as you would know as well, Jeremy.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there, Mr. Trinker. So, you know, you've got a lot of battles happening both physically and mentally at this stage. You know, you're really working hard here, and you know, you can't let up yet, can you? Because 3 goals is definitely not enough.
Definitely. Look, they still got like 30 more minutes. It's 15 periods, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
they got 30 more minutes of stop time, which is way more time than you need for 3 goals. So, look, the game's still a game.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not decided game yet. It's still very much open game.
So for the people that had the unfortunate pleasure of listening to us through the last broadcast this morning, Queensland were in this position against South Australia when they were up 3-0, and we had a couple talking points about what both Queensland needed to do to keep their lead and to keep composed if South Australia came out and scored the next goal, but also what South Australia needed to do. So let's do the same thing here. Matu Strinker, what does New South Wales need to do?
Okay, so that's what I said in the first broadcast. What about you? We go to you, and you say, what do you think now?
All right. In my opinion...
So we get a bit different sentences, you know, because I always say the same thing anyway.
No, fair enough. With the limited English, you know.
Yeah, we got to keep it interesting for the people listening at home.
Look, very much like Matu Strinker said, New South Wales right now, we need to not look at the game as you're down 3-0. I think you need to turn it around and go, let's just work on period by period, shift by shift increments. You know, if you look at it as a mountain to climb, it's a lot more intimidating. And mentally, that drains teams. And I think the most important thing for these guys to do here is just to look at it as shift by shift, try and win a shift, try and get a goal back, and all of a sudden momentum goes your way. But obviously the other end of that is for South Australia. Obviously you're comfortable at 3-0, but you need to make sure you stay disciplined. You keep doing exactly what you've been doing. They're out shooting them 12-6 right now. And also, if one goes in, you regroup, you stay back, and you keep going.
Definitely. What I would like to add on is for South Australia, right now it's definitely very crucial to stay out of the box. As we know, New South Wales got some very good players on their power play as well. So yeah, they need to stay out of the box, and they need to play the clock very well, and they need to be aware who's on the ice. Because if you got Kuleshaw on the ice, you obviously need to be aware to not give him that much space in the slot and just keep him to the outside. Because Houston has a couple of opportunities, but most of them are from the outside. And South Australian goalie Maddie Smith answered pretty well.
Yeah, she's done a great job, and you know, obviously I think that's just that experience. You know, she's played in big games before. I mean, you play in a World Championship gold medal game. You can speak to that pleasure. I only made it to the semi-finals, so it's not the same thing. But yeah, big games are a skill that is you know, nothing to do with your physical ability, but it's all mental. And I think she's done a very good job.
Definitely, and it's very important to enjoy those games as well. You don't want to look at the games and be like, even if you lose, you don't want to be like, oh, like I wish I enjoyed the game a bit more. Like it's once a life experience. So yeah, definitely. But also you can't get caught up too much by looking at one player and letting the other players just skate around and letting them go into the slot and stuff. So you need to be aware of the whole ice.
So we are underway for the second period. New South Wales in light blue, South Australia in red, and it will be Daniel O'Hanley getting to work there on the offensive zone boards. O'Hanley chips that one down into the corner, and it will be picked up there by the New South Wales defenseman. Rimmed around, but Friedrich will get there first, only up to the stick of a New South Wales defenseman who will dump that down, and it will be waved off for icing. So Gabriel Kadoka rims that one back around and picked up by Boo. Zhu chips that one down into the corner, but poked off the stick of Harry Zhu by Julian Friedrich. Friedrich on the boards there, taking the battle of Boo and Zhu, and it will be Kadoka who picks that one up. Kadoka chips that one up to Grady O'Brien, only as far as the defenseman there, though, of Connor Wardlaw, and then turned over by South Australia. Good shot and a great save from Maddie Smith. A little bit of a defensive zone lapse there, but a great save from Maddie Smith.
Definitely. She stayed nice and calm and composed on top of the crease. So that's what it comes. If you stay composed, he's going to hit you, and you just need to be scored on the puck. And it's most of the time there's so much pressure on the player that he just releases it without actually looking at the net. And most of the time it hits you in the stomach. So as long as you square and you challenge the play and stay calm, you might have a bit of an advantage.
Another great save there from Smith, as it is Gavin picking that one up and wheeling that one out of his defensive zone. Offside there, and it will be blown down as the puck made its way just over the blue line before coming back into play by a New South Wales forward. So South Australia a little bit slower than they probably would like to come out to start the period, but New South Wales have something to prove, and they're a very talented team.
Definitely, you can't never count them off. So
Trinker and Costa getting to work on the draw. Costa just wins that one, but it is now picked up by his own stick. Costa gets in over the blue line. Good hit there from Trinker, and it will be Hughes and Costa getting to work there against Gavin. Gavin doing a very good job of tying up 3 New South Wales forwards. Gavin wins that one out to his centerman in Dominic Trinker. Trinker rims that one around the boards and onto the stick of Williams. Williams chips that one, but only as far as the New South Wales defenseman shoots and scores! What a shot there from David Quinn, who gets New South Wales back on the board with 13:39 left to play in the second period.
So in this play, I would put it on the shoulders of communication and maybe Trinker for rimming the puck. He's supposed to be the option for James Williams to to pass it to, and he was behind the net. He rimmed it, and he probably tapped the puck as well. So very unfortunate from the Trinker, but it needs to be better too. Because yeah, if you look at the live stream, I'm not sure if it actually touched him, but he definitely rimmed the puck when he shouldn't have. And yeah, it's just these little details that can change the whole game around. So they need to be a bit better in their defensive zone.
Like you said, just keeping it simple. But here is Friedrich getting to work. First real test for South Australia to see how they can handle holding that lead. Friedrich finds Collins in the slot, but just bounces off his stick there. And it will be New South Wales getting to work. Taking it wide there is Hoot. Who finds the stick of Daniel O'Hanley in the back check, but finds it back onto his own stick. Julian Friedrich ties him up. Good shot there. Tapped, and a great save from Maddie Smith.
It's a very, very tough save through traffic. A bit of a tip in from her as well. So again, nice and composed.
Yeah, definitely a different start to the period that we saw in the first, but I think that's the difference, right? South Australia came out and they knew they had to get a win today against a team that is very, very talented, and I think now it's the flip side. New South Wales know that they can't afford to lose at this stage of the tournament, and they're playing for their lives as well. So face-off's one there, and it will be Von Einem who picks it up. Von Einem up the boards to Gavin. Gavin chips that one out, and it will be Trinker. 2-on-1 here, Luca Loria and Dominic Trinker. Trinker walks in, shoots, and scores! Dominic Trinker making up for that little defensive mishaps that his brother was putting on top of his shoulders there. And a great play there for Dominic Trinker, who makes, I believe, the assist on Von Einem, and a great defensive zone clearance as well.
Definitely. I would say this goal is definitely going to take a lot of pressure off of his shoulders. He's my brother, so obviously I talk to him a lot. He's not too much of a goal scorer, so he's not complaining about it too much, but it definitely helps if you score a goal, and it relieves a bit of a pressure from you that you're helping the team, you know?
Definitely. All right, here is Noon. Noon taking that one wide and hounded there by Shea. Noon still moves that one up the boards. Good shot there, rimmed back into the corner, and it will be Malik West and Dominic Trinker getting to work. Dominic Trinker takes a good hit there from Malik West and gets to work back in his defensive zone. Picked up their shot just off the post by McGrath, and it will be West.
Nice save.
Big pinch there from Connor Wardlaw, but a great save there from Maddie Smith. Back to Wardlaw's stick, shot just wide there, and rimmed around to Malik West's stick. So New South Wales going straight back to work and creating that offensive zone pressure. They've done very well today. On the stick of Wardlaw. Wardlaw finds Dominic Trinker. Trinker chips that one up and onto the stick of now Luca Loria, who chips that one onto the path of Gavin. Gavin coming in a little bit too far for him, but a great shot there still, and good hustle for the South Australian forecheck. Here is O'Brien. O'Brien chips that one only as far as Connor Wardlaw's shin pads. Here is Malik West. Malik West regroups there for his team, and it will be a good regroup there for Tutton. Tutton moves that one up to McGrath. McGrath forecheck there by Daniel O'Hanley. Only as far as Julian Friedrich's stick, and now it's Daniel O'Hanley once more. O'Hanley getting to work there down low in the New South Wales defensive zone, as he does so effectively. Off to Friedrich, two very powerful forwards, but also very hard-working forwards down low. Friedrich finds the pad of Roy. Good save there by Roy twice on Friedrich. Friedrich now moving, finding O'Hanley's stick, but just only past his feet. So kept out of the zone there by the New South Wales defence, and it will be regrouped by Kudelka. Kudelka through the feet of the defenseman, but through the feet of his teammates too. Here is Nikita Loria. Loria getting to work there on the New South Wales defenseman in Wardlaw. Wardlaw hit there by O'Hanley, but regrouped by Kudelka. Kudelka with some pressure on him there, and he regroups. Kudelka. No pressure there from Noon as Kudelka skates that one up, but gets laid out there. A good hit from the New South Wales forecheck. I think that was Boo in there getting... No, Eugene Ju getting there nice and tough. Here is Gabriel Kudelka. Kudelka chipping that one up, but only as far as number 65, Jerry Zhu. Zhu finds a stick of Friedrich. Friedrich loses that one to Ju. Ju, poke check there by Kudelka, and South Australia finally clear the zone there to Tutton. So Tutton will regroup here for New South Wales. Tutton taking it back behind his net. It will be New South Wales getting some speed as they try and clear the zone. Tutton finds the stick of Wardlaw. Wardlaw finds the stick of Zhu. Zhu coming in over the blue line. Great defensive play there by Dominic Trinker, and it will be Grady O'Brien to pick it up first. O'Brien skating it out of his defensive zone. Good speed there from O'Brien. takes that one in, and a great poke check there from number 5, Milos Mikowski. So good poke check there from the New South Wales defenseman, and it will be sent down the length of the ice, but waved off for icing. So Von Onum picks it up behind his net. 2 pressuring there from New South Wales. Good pass to get it out to James Williams. Williams chips that one up, and it will finally be out of play. Mateusz Trinka, I'm sure there's a lot to add to that shift. One quick question. Now that the teams are on the other side of the rink, what is the challenge of having to change so far from your defensive zone?
So, especially if you're stuck in your zone, the team that's putting on the pressure and is in offensive zones got a close bench, so they can just change while they're on the attack. So it's very important for the goalie to get as much of a stoppage during the second period if they're in defensive zone as possible, so that his teammates can change and yeah. Yeah,
definitely. The zone time and keeping teams hemmed into their defensive zone will make a big difference. So I think Matty Smith will hold that one there, and that will be a big whistle.
Yeah, very, very similar scenario to the Queensland and South Australia game this morning. So it was Queensland 3-0 up, and then it was 4-1 as well. And the shots were oh, actually, never mind. SA's leading the shots now.
That's all right.
Don't listen to me.
No. Yeah, very valid point. South Australia was making some good quality. No, they were leading the shots, but they were getting good quality.
Less quality shots.
Yeah, less quality shots. So here is Hughes in the offensive zone getting to work against Trinka. Hughes, Dushman and Trinka engaged in a board battle there, and Dominic Trinka doing a good job, but Hughes finally works it out. Only as far as Von Onum. Von Onum chips that one up to Ung, but kept into the zone there by the New South Wales forward. Here is Hughes. Hughes to Dushman. Dushman does a good job there evading Shea, but Shea finally gets his stick on it. Williams up and shot just wide there by Quinn, and picked up in the corner there by Hughes once more. Hughes finds Trinka. Trinka tried to wheel it out of his zone. Some good pressure there from Braden Costa. Dominic Trinka does a good job of chipping that one out to James Williams. So good clearance there, and finally some good defensive play from South Australia. Getting to work there is Hughes. A good hit from Dominic Trinka just behind the play there, but chipped up, and it will be picked up by Quinn. Quinn gets to work there, chips it back into the zone, and that will be Von Onum to pick up. So Von Onum picks that one up, moves it up the boards to Friedrich. Friedrich hit there by Dushman. Dushman finds the stick of Hughes. Hughes shoots that one just high and wide, and Friedrich picks that one up once more. Friedrich reverse hits Dushman there that time, but a good hit there from Dushman.
And yeah, so we've seen Trinka score a goal, and I'd never stop hearing the name Trinka from Jeremy's mouth after that. I don't know if it's because it's my name as well, and he just loves to say my name. But yeah, that definitely, one goal can change so much in players.
Definitely. Other than the fact they are our siblings, yeah, both players are expected to have a lot of responsibility in this team, and both guys that hadn't scored until this point, so it's good to see them playing with a bit more swagger.
Yeah. Also, with James Williams, I would like to see him take a couple of hits to make the plays. We've seen him, the goal that got scored on us, he got a bit scared, he threw the puck away from him and let them have a puck, and there was a couple other times as well.
So Oxlade and Laurie are getting to work there in the corner. South Australia get possession through O'Hanley. O'Hanley sends that one down low, as he does so effectively. O'Hanley, good stick check there of the defenseman from New South Wales, and picked up by Gabriel Kadelka. Kadelka chips that one up the boards and onto the stick, and offside. So a tough offside there from Brody, it looks like. But yeah, some good defensive plays just to intercept that pass.
Definitely. We've seen a couple of offsides from the New South Wales players. I don't know if it's because their rings are bigger or they just can't see the blue line or something, but yeah, definitely it's something they should figure out by now. It's a fourth game or third game of theirs, I'm not sure. But it's definitely these little details so they get you out of your game. No, you're going into the offensive zone for a chance, and you get stopped by an offside, and you lose a face-off, and then the momentum changes, and then you need to work hard again to get something going.
No, definitely a good point. Their rinks are a different size, and that does make it difficult for them. So here is Gavin giving chase to the puck on Gavin. Gavin chips that one past the defenseman. Good pressure there from, I believe that was Shumack. So good interception there from Shumack to get it off of Gavin's stick. Chipped up there to Ivan Kuleshov, but only as far as Aiden Shea. Shea shoots, and that's no goal. That's a great shot, but no goal on the play, as there was a delayed offside. So something that we don't see very often. Definitely like the idea of getting a shot on goal. You spoke to it a little bit, getting scored on when there's a delayed offside and getting blown up. Oh, they've called it! Not really sure what the go is there. Maybe because the player had just made his way back to the screen. I don't know on that one. I'm not going to lie.
The refs know what they're doing, so we're not here to ref the game. We're here to talk about the game. So let's talk about this shot. We've seen one of these goals before. And look, as a New South Wales goalie, you need to, you know you're good. Like you're physically able to save these shots normally, but once you let one of those shots in one game, you need to really be switched on and be ready for anything. Even in finals where I played and I let in a goal from red line, even though it didn't count, you still need to be ready. Even as soon as they cross the red line, I was just ready. So
no, okay, so they have reversed the call, I believe.
No, he
points at the goal, but then yelled offside. So I'm really confused here. But we'll give it a sec. I think they're going to call a timeout. Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's just talk about his goalie situation. Yeah, you just need to be like, look. Normally he would have probably saved it, but with everything that's going on, couple of shit goals and stuff like that, you really need to be aware that as soon as the goal, as the players crosses the line, you need to be switched on and ready. And we got also goalie switch here, so very interesting move by New South Wales. Probably right call as well. What do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's difficult. I by no means think Roy had a poor game today. I think we've both been in that position. I mean, we're both very experienced goaltenders. Both had the privilege of playing in very high level games. Both won national championships. But there are games where it's just the way that the puck bounces, and look, you have to do it.
If your defense doesn't help you, as a coach, you need to do something. You need to make a change, and I guess this is the change they have to make. Because we've seen an own goal, and it's just it's not easy for a goalie to let in 5 goals and still be good to play. Like even though if you can be as mentally strong as you want, but 5 goals they're gonna shake your confidence. So you really need to, as a coach, it's your responsibility to make the call, and we'll see if that was the right call to make.
Definitely. So we're going to see Justin Baxter make his way into the New South Wales goal. Baxter having a 80.6 save percentage. He'll look to improve that one tonight, and he gets to work as South Australia now lead 5-1.
So I think the call, what ref said was actually no offside, and he called it a goal from what we see here.
Yeah, so it's
very
been called.
interesting.
It's been called. We're by no means referees, but yeah, I think New South Wales...
Very controversial, but look.
Yeah, you
can't change it.
That,
yeah,
can you?
You just need to control what you can control, as shots on the net and stuff like that.
So here's Friedrich, shot blocked there by Tutton, and onto the stick of Wardlaw. Wardlaw chips that one out and past the stick of O'Brien, but that will not be icing, as Gabriel Kadoka picks that one up first. Good evasion there of the hit from Boo. Good poke there by Wardlaw. Wardlaw chips it down, and it will be Boo to pick it up. Pick it up by Boo. Boo gets it onto the stick of Wardlaw. Wardlaw shoots just high, and that will be Friedrich to get there first on Boo. Friedrich and Boo getting to work there on the boards. Friedrich finds the stick of O'Hanley, and back to Friedrich. Friedrich and O'Hanley connecting as they have done a lot this tournament. Here's Laurier. Laurier gets a good puck battle there on Tutton, and makes his the puck back onto the stick of Friedrich. Friedrich gets to work there behind the net. Friedrich resetting, finds the stick almost of Laurier, but it will be Ivan Kuleshov. Kuleshov with an unbelievable burst of speed, gets his way through, but South Australia know what they're working with in Kuleshov and managed to keep the puck off his stick.
And we've seen a couple of times this game, they're giving him a hard time, and look, as a player that caliber that you want to go and just go around the players, it's not easy if the players don't give you space and give you a hard time.
So a good shot blocked there by Shea, and it will be picked up again by Noon. Noon finds a stick of West. West finds a stick and just tipped wide there by Von Einem. Friedrich dumps that one down, and it will be Gavin to get there first, and they've blown it. I think they'll call that one back.
Definitely, they'll probably have to. Anyway, with what I was saying about Kuleshov, if you take his space away and you get a little bit under his skin, it's going to get him out of the game, and it's a bit easier. And what I was saying about the player awareness, that you need to be aware who's on the ice. Well, IceArenA is doing a great job so far. They know when he's on the ice, and they're taking all the space away from him. And look, if you don't give him space, he can't really score, can he, Jeremy?
No, definitely. He's a very, very talented player, and I think we're seeing South Australia recognise that and really put all of their defensive mindedness towards that.
Definitely.
So you'd like to look at New South Wales other players to really step up here, and they have some very talented players. So it'll be good to see one in Oscar Noon getting to work here. Dumps it just wide of the net, and it will be Malik West to pick it up first. He's had a good game today. West finds a stick of McGrath, who shoots and scores. So McGrath picks up the goal there. A very nice play from Malik West to win the puck battle in the corner, feed it into the slot, and a very nice shot low blocker there from McGrath. So New South Wales not out of it yet. We have 5:39 left to play in the second period. South Australia up 5-2, but a very nice goal here by New South Wales.
Yeah, definitely. We can see a physical battle in the corner that was lost by a defenseman, which in defensive zone you need to make sure you win those. And then wide open play in front of in the slot kind of thing. So those are the defense lapses that SA had during this tournament, and they need to clean it up if they want to succeed.
100%. Here is Mikowski. Mikowski picks it back and wheels behind his net trying to break it out. Mikowski only as far as Friedrich. Friedrich keeps that one in somehow, and O'Hanley finally gets it poked off his stick. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien rims that one in, as we saw Queensland doing against this South Australian team earlier today. It's just about getting the puck deep and running the clock off. Whoa. So dumped in by O'Hanley. O'Hanley to Friedrich. Friedrich delaying there and has a big frame that protects the puck very nicely in this level. And finally makes its way out of the zone to O'Brien's stick. So O'Brien will dump that one back in, and South Australia will get a quick change. So New South Wales trying to regroup here and trying to generate some offense through Noon. Noon finds the stick there of Mikowski. Mikowski chips that one up and onto the feet of McGrath, who's just scored a goal, and he's looking very confident. So New South Wales trying to regroup here through Jew. Jew over the blue line, chips that one in, and it will be Kadelka to get there first. Kadelka with some good speed there, trying to get that one out of the zone, but a good reverse there onto the stick of Grady O'Brien, only as far as Jew. Jew tried to find Zoo in the slot there, but a little bit too far for him. Here is Gavin. Gavin crunched there by the New South Wales back check, and that was a very good play from Shumack. Picked up there, good hit from Williams, and Zoo picks it up once more. Chipped onto the path. Oh, and a good hit there from Dominic Trinker. I think that's going to be a kneeing or a tripping. Look, you're seeing the physicality starting to ramp up, aren't you?
Definitely, and as I was saying last game, there's a lot of flybys. In this game, the teams probably realized there's a lot to play for, and they stepped up the physicality, and there's a lot less flybys. But we would like to see, yeah, just make it maybe a bit cleaner.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, so far it's been pretty good, you know. Couple of bad calls, you know, like. Sometimes it happens when you play physically. So
yeah, I think that one, the leg was a bit loose, and a good move there from Zoo to shift his weight, and the ref has to call it. Like we said a lot of times throughout the week, if you give the ref any reason to call it, they will. And that was a good call, and New South Wales will now get to work. So obviously 4 minutes left to go in the second period. They're looking for another goal to their tally. Shot from Wardlaw. Good save there from Smith, and another great save from Smith. She's lost her glove, but the game continues because unfortunately, unless it's your helmet, you can't blow it down. So South Australia will need to find something here. They shoot and they score. So New South Wales find a goal through Douchman. Unfortunately, South Australia will try and argue that one, but the rule book says unless it's the helmet, there's nothing you can do.
I agree. I've been in a couple of the situations as well, and it's very unlucky for a goalie, but not much you can do really. She just needs to focus on making the next save and just not getting thrown out by this, you know, like.
You'd like to see the South Australian defenders recognised as a player in the slot there, and maybe even recognise she's missed her glove, so try and defend that side. But
and maybe block a couple of shots. But look,
yeah,
as we said, it's very crucial to start out of the box, and we knew New South Wales had very good power play, so
100%. So look, a couple of bounces, and New South Wales straight back in it. We're 5-3 with 3:47 left to play in the second period. So O'Hanley and Costa will get to work on the face-off here. O'Hanley wins that one back to Kadelka. He's been very solid on the face-offs tonight, O'Hanley, and it will be Laurier to chip that one down into the New South Wales defensive zone. Braden Costa, puck just past his stick there, but a great move to get past the forecheck of Daniel O'Hanley. It is dumped down, and it will be Grady O'Brien to get there first. O'Brien in a puck battle there with Douchman. Douchman just winning that one back to the side behind the net. So here's Douchman behind the net. Chipped out past Kadelka, but Kadelka will win that puck battle there. Laurier gets there first, and it will be a good New South Wales pressure here as Braden Costa continues to get to work, and Nikita Laurier done a good job there of forechecking. Here is Laurier. Laurier got the puck, but picked up by Friedrich. Friedrich trying to just reset the tempo a little bit here on the half boards.
We see it starting to get a bit chippy, you know. That's when the ref needs to take out the whistle and, you know, really care about the player's safety. But look.
So yeah, that's.
Well, I didn't see the score because I was looking at the puck the other way. But look, as Isaac said, it happens. Look,
so a good play there from Gabriel Kudelka to try and get the puck out of the play. But yeah, I think it was just an awkward little pull. But
yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there exactly. I don't know if it was the right play to pull out the whistle, but
yeah,
look, at the point where it starts getting chippy and look, New South Wales had a couple of hits there that might have been a little too late, or and then refs just blow something down that was a bit softer, but look, it just.
So yeah, probably not the call we were expecting, but again, South Australia get to work on their power play and look to try and erase the momentum that New South Wales has started to generate. So it'll be Dominic Trinca picking up the puck behind his net with some forecheck there from Boo. Trinca pressured by West, moves it up the boards to Williams. Williams skating it in through the neutral zone. Some good moves there by Williams. Williams shoots and a good block there from Schumack. Schumack and Williams getting to work in the New South Wales defensive zone corner, and it will be Gavin to come give a hand. Boo there. Good hit there from Williams as puck makes its way out to Shea. Shea shoots, and a good save there by, I believe, Baxter or a defenseman, but either way, the puck makes its way into the corner and almost out of the zone, and finally out by Oxlade. So New South Wales getting to work here. It will be Aiden Shea picking up the puck. Aiden Shea pressured there by Malik West. A good hit there from Malik West, but the puck makes its way to Julian Friedrich's stick. Friedrich going on a 3-on-2 with O'Hanley and Laurier. Friedrich works in, shoots, and a good save there from Baxter.
Well, a very good save. It's a little bit difficult to read the backhand shots, and yeah, the goalie just stayed on top of his crease, really composed and calm, and made a nice save with no rebounds.
Yeah, it's not easy going into a game, especially when you're down 5-1, but all of a sudden the momentum shift, and I think the team has started to look like a completely different team right now, and we know that New South Wales are a very quality team, so we know that you have to expect that, and South Australia just needs to regroup. Good foot race here from Hughes and Kudelka, but a great job there from Gabriel Kudelka, a young player filling a big role in the lineup so far this weekend. Shot on goal there, and Smith will play that one out. I think they might have to call that delay game. Not sure if they're going to give the penalty, but South Australia can't change, so I'm not sure how the rules. I'm not sure how the rules look nowadays.
Look, I'm not exactly sure what the rule is, but we've definitely seen New South Wales player driving the net, and she kind of wanted to play, but then the play came. Look, so it's a little bit about being smart as well as a goalie, so she made a smart move. And I'm not sure what the rule exactly is, but I probably would have done the same thing.
All right, so 1:46 left to play in the second period. South Australia leading New South Wales 5-3. It is 49 seconds left to play on the New South Wales penalty. So Kudelka chips that one up to the stick of Laurier. Laurier gets that poked off of him, but a good defensive play there from the New South Wales defenseman. Bounced just over the glove of Matty Smith, and South Australia will regroup through Friedrich. Friedrich wheeling behind his net with Noon giving chase. Here's Friedrich. Friedrich bouncing over his stick. A good hit there from Hughes, who will make it all the way back to McGrath. So picked up there O'Hanley. O'Hanley does a good job there of tying it up on the boards. I think they're going to give another penalty to New South Wales. Holding.
Yeah.
So, interesting calls. Like you said, the referee needs to start pulling the whistle out to get control of the game.
Well, it was holding. I don't know if, look, as I said, we're not refs. We're here to commentate the games. So let's just stick to that, Jeremy. Okay?
It's difficult. I'm sure it's frustrating for both teams, and New South Wales have done so well to get themselves back into this game. Yeah. It would be a real shame for them to throw it away with penalty trouble. So South Australia have 17 seconds of 5-on-3 action, 1 minute 13 left in the period. If the penalties are remaining after the start of the period, then we will have to continue that in the next period.
We see Julian Friedrich trying to tie his skates on the ice. New South Wales bench doesn't like it at all. They want him to go off the ice. But look,
I think
the rules are same for everyone. So I don't know why he thinks he's so much better. He can tie his skates on the ice.
I'm not sure.
He definitely needs to figure it out himself. And South Australia is going to change straight away anyway. So.
Yeah, and they have the privilege of it being right next to the bench, but I think they'd like him to be there on that shot instantly as well.
Definitely.
So here is Kuleshov. Good stick there from Dominic Trinca, who starts the 5-on-3 with a great defensive play. Not necessarily what you'd expect to start a 5-on-3 with, but it looks like they won't even get a shot on goal for this 5-on-3 as Nikita Laurier skates it out, but the penalty expires. So here's Laurier. Laurier with some good work there to get through the defenseman, tapped into the corner there by Baxter.
And again, we've seen a couple of chippy moves by... we got another call here.
Yeah, it looks like Nikita Laurier will be the one to go this time for tripping. Another, look, we're not refs, like you said.
Again, yeah.
We're not refs, so I think it's best we don't comment on some of these ones. But yeah, no, you know what? Like, it's there. He's tripped him over. You can't give the ref any reason to make a call, and that stands for everyone.
Also, we've seen Kuleshov do some cheapy plays behind the play, you know, so that kind of means S is doing a great job of getting under his skin and stuff. So yeah, I guess they just need to keep that up a little bit and get him out of his game, because when he's on his game, he's a pretty dangerous player, as we already know.
Absolutely. Look, we have, as much as we talked about the 4 AIHL players in the lineup and the 4 major AIHL players in the lineup, you're seeing the other players step up, because there really isn't that big of a skill gap. You know, these guys have the experience, but sometimes they struggle really adapting to playing a bigger role in a team like this. So it's really good to see their teammates stepping up and getting some nice goals. Here is Costa, though. Costa makes it all the way down to Trinker's stick. 30 seconds left. We've got 4-on-4 action here for a couple of minutes. Trinker delays there in the offensive zone, but Friedrich picks it up. Friedrich walks in, takes it wide there and delays for a second. Friedrich tries to tuck that one in. Baxter picks it up and will hold with 20 seconds left to go in the period.
Yeah, we see a very big battle between Kuleshov and Trinker there. Looks a little bit like the older version of their brothers in an IHL game against Sydney Islanders and Adelaide Drone. You know, it's just a battle of a mental game, you know, and whoever's better wins. Because yeah, we've seen Dimitri Kuleshov couldn't really score on a net with a goal in. Shout out to Dimi watching at home, definitely.
I'm sure Dimitri's here watching, supporting his brother. But yeah, 20 seconds left to go in the second period. We're about to lose you guys to an ice cut, so that'll be a nice intermission from hearing our voices. Yeah, it's 5-3 right now. Definitely no means over. New South Wales have scored the last 2 goals. A lot of momentum coming out after a 2-0 period. It's very similar to what we saw earlier this morning, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So here's Friedrich shoot. Great blocker save there by Baxter, who puts that one in the corner. Tutton trying to work his way out of the zone. We only have 8 seconds left in the period. It is going to be picked up there by Costa. Friedrich turns it over, shoots. Good save there from Baxter, and that will do it. So we finish the second period, 5-3 lead for South Australia in a must-win game. Matus Trinker, what are your thoughts, very briefly, on the last period?
It was a bit more even period than the one before that, you know. Yeah, as we see on the screen, again, those two chatting, they definitely have a lot to say, you know. They're a pretty big part of their teams. And yeah, anyway, what we think about the period, it was more even period. We've seen, I would say, very even shot count as well on the goals. So yeah, I don't know, what do you think, Jeremy? No,
definitely. Shots at 18-15 as we end that period. We'll see you guys shortly in the next 14 minutes. And welcome back to the IceArenA for the third period of Game 8 between New South Wales and South Australia. We are now in the third period, and it is myself, Jeremy Friedrich, with the privilege of having Matus Trinker next to me of the Adelaide Adrenaline. What are your thoughts so far on the game?
So far, it's a 5-3, very close game, high scoring game. Shots on goals are 18-15, so for South Australia. So yeah, not a high shooting game, but like high scoring. 5-3 it's a pretty high score, I would say, in hockey. We got 4-on-4 at the start. We got number 25 for New South Wales in the box, and 59 for South Australia in the box. So yeah, we're gonna have 4-on-4. We'll see a bit more space on the ice. We're definitely probably gonna see people like Kuleshov or Brennan Costa get some space on 4-on-4. They're really good with their skating, and they'll try to use it. And yeah, what do you think, Jeremy? What's going to happen in the first few minutes? What do you expect?
The first few minutes, as it always is, will be really crucial. So the first period, we saw South Australia come out very hard in the first couple minutes. We had a couple of early goals, and South Australia just kept the momentum rolling. Xavier Roy was our starter for New South Wales. A couple of unfortunate goals. It really wasn't that poor of a performance from him. I think it's just a matter of changing the momentum, and it has. You know, they were down 5-1, and Baxter's come in, and now it's 5-3. So a completely new game. I think the ice cut always has the bit of a momentum pause, and it resets the page a bit. So 4-on-4, these first couple of minutes will really tell you which team's ready to play, and at the end of the day, it's basically winner solidifies a spot in the finals. So this is a huge game for these teams.
And I guess the winner's going to be who wants it more, really. We're just going to see who wants it more, and then I think that team's going to be a winner.
So Shea tries to bank that one off, but it goes off of the linesman's feet, and on the way up is O'Hanley. O'Hanley 2-on-2 with Friedrich. O'Hanley delays there. O'Hanley chips that one to the slot. Friedrich, and good save there from Baxter, who covers that one right up. And only 15 seconds in, we have our first whistle.
Yeah, we've seen Julian after the show giving the goalie a little bit of a tap on his glove, you know, to just...
So good delay there from O'Hanley, as it always is.
You get him a little bit uncomfortable, and yeah, here we see there's a little bit of a tap on his glove.
So here is O'Hanley and Kuleshov getting to work on the face-off. O'Hanley, very good record on the face-off so far this tournament, and he continues to do some good work. Here is Kudelka. Kudelka chips that one down to Oxlade. Oxlade wheeling out of his defensive zone with some good speed here. Drops it back, and a good shot there just wide of the net by Brody. Picked up by Wardlaw, pardon me. 14 seconds left to go in the New South Wales penalty, and then they will have a 20-second power play. Here is Friedrich wheeling out behind his defensive net. Friedrich just puck bouncing off of his stick there, and he turns that one over as Brody gets to work there on Kudelka.
And New South Wales now 5-4 for New South Wales.
And it is Daniel O'Hanley who chips that one out. Here is Oxlade. Oxlade going D to Wardlaw. Wardlaw just having the puck bounce on him there, but he tries to hinge it back to Oxlade. Oxlade taking it wide, shot, and scores! Oxlade with a nice shot from the blue line. Tyrone Oxlade getting that just over the shoulder of Matty Smith, and New South Wales tie the game, or bring the game back to 5-4 with 13:56 left to play in the third period.
And on a shot like this, you need to stay up. It's way far out for a goalie to drop. So yeah, that one's a bit of on the shoulders of Matty Smith. There was no need to drop down, and even one knee to knees doesn't matter. There was no need to drop down, and if she stayed up, it would be a pretty easy save.
So definitely a character moment here for South Australia, who have conceded the last 3 goals in a row. It'll be interesting to see how they manage the clock now. Here is O'Brien. O'Brien chips that one down, and it'll be Braden Costa getting to work behind his net. We've seen Baxter come in and really change the momentum in the game. So a good coaching decision there from New South Wales, just to wake their players up a bit. And they've really gotten to work here. Here is Williams. Williams chips that one down, as South Australia will look to do so a lot more this period. Picked up there behind the net by McGrath, and up the boards to Hughes. Hughes makes it only as far as O'Brien. O'Brien keeps that one in and chipped down to Costa's stick. Costa, Trinker, O'Brien, Gavin, and Hughes all getting to work there on the boards. And it is Dushman who takes it out. Dushman going to work against Aiden Shea. Good stick there from Aiden Shea just to tap that past Dushman, and Dushman and Shea will get to work in the South Australian corner. Getting back to work there, and up the boards to number 5, Mikowski. Mikowski moves it across to Tutton. Tutton goes right back up to Dushman and just past his stick onto Shea. So Shea and Dushman giving chase here. Good hit there from Dushman as Shea tries to keep the puck off of his stick, but Dushman gets good work there to get it out of the corner. Good feet there from Grady O'Brien, and it'll be Dominic Trinker picking it back up. Trinker getting to work here on Mishko. And moving it across to Friedrich. Friedrich shoots, and it just wide of the net there as Gabriel Kudelka will pick that one back up. So Kudelka chips that one only as far as Dushman, and it is Kudelka who has to go back to work. Dushman going around behind his offensive zone net. Dushman finds a pass that just went past Drew's stick, and it will be picked up by Tutton. Good block there from Friedrich, and just wide there, an awkward bounce as Dushman picks it up in the offensive zone corner. New South Wales getting back to work, and it is Gabriel Kudelka rimming that around, but no winger there for South Australia. A little bit of a defensive zone lapse here as the team tries to reset. Here is Daniel O'Hanley with a bit of space coming out the defensive zone. O'Hanley loses the puck there a little bit, but it makes its way up to Zoo. Zoo wheeling back out of his defensive zone and down the wing, attacking into the South Australian zone. Good stick there from Matty Smith to put that one in the corner. New South Wales regaining offensive zone time, and as they have done a lot so this period. Here is Kudelka. Kudelka chipping that one out to Laurier, and only as far as the defenseman. But Friedrich will dump that one back in. Baxter gets his stick on it, and New South Wales will regroup. Good pressure here from New South Wales as they start the period very nicely, but that is an awkward open ice collision, which will have to be blown down. I think that is a kneeing penalty. Very, very awkward looking one, but I think Eugene Jew will go to the box for that one, as Dominic Trinker looks to be in some considerable pain.
Yeah, not a great look. It was a big. Oh, we've seen physio drop on the ice as well. It was a big knee-on-knee collision, and yeah, definitely Trinker looks like he's been of a pain, and definitely not fun.
No, definitely not a good sight, but you know, these things happen. Like you said, hockey's a physical sport, and not ideal. I know Trinker did a good job to move his weight across there, but yeah, that's an awkward one. You'd like to see it go for the chest a bit more, but you really, like, look, the penalty's been called, and I don't think there was any malintent there. I mean, Eugene Jew doesn't look to be, you know, rubbing that in or anything. I think that was just an awkward collision.
Yeah.
So yeah, 11:35 left to play. Now this is a big difference, right? So New South Wales down by a goal. not an easy penalty to avoid by any means, but you'd like to see them stay out of the box, because that is very important to trying to chase back a game. So South Australia, 11 minutes. They have 2 minutes here to get to work on the power play, and it will be Daniel O'Hanley starting on the draw with Malik West. O'Hanley looking to continue a very solid record in the face-off circle, as he does so just there. O'Hanley picks that one up, but Oxlade gets there first. Chipped out past the stick of O'Brien, and it will be Boo. Picked up there by Shea. Shea with some pressure there, rims it around, but only as far as Quinn. Quinn in the defensive zone shoots that one all the way back down, and it'll be South Australia who regroup once more. So South Australia looking to just get the pressure out of their zone and trying to reset a little bit. Here is Oxlade. Oxlade dumps it down and picked up by O'Brien. So O'Brien will slow this one down a little bit. Finds the stick of Laurier. Laurier taps that one past West and manages to skate onto it. Here is Laurier. Some good speed down the boards and finds its way to the corner. Not a great play there, but that's all that New South Wales need to do. Here is O'Hanley. Good work there. Moves that one back up to the boards to Kudelka. Kudelka chips that one down to Friedrich. Not really sure what's happening there. I think it's offside. Yeah, really confused on that one there, but New South Wales don't look to be too happy, and all we're getting is an offside. South Australia look to struggle to set up there, haven't they? Yeah,
well, they're missing Trinker on the power play, I guess. But yeah, very hard for them to set up missing this power play.
So here is Von Einem. Von Einem chips that one down to Gavin. Gavin bounces the puck over the stick of Wardlaw, and Wardlaw manages to get possession once more and reset it down the ice. So 1 minute to go in the South Australian power play. It is 5-4 South Australia with 10:32 left to go in the third period. South Australia ice that one, and we will go back to the South Australian defensive zone. Definitely not an eventful power play so far for the South Australian team, but in the grand scheme of things, I think they're just looking to reset momentum.
I agree. Look, all you need to do right now is, and I say, just keep the lead. You know, don't panic and just keep it calm.
So
and make smart plays.
Absolutely, Kuleshov and Williams getting to work on the face-off. Williams just losing that one out after an awkward bounce off the shin pads, and it will be Kudelka to get there first. Kudelka hounded there by Kuleshov, a very nifty player in Ivan Kuleshov getting to work there against Gabe Kudelka. Shot just bouncing off of Matty Smith there, but Williams will regroup. So 38 seconds left to go. Williams finds the stick of Kudelka. Kudelka bounces that one up to Luca Loria with some space. Luca Loria over the blue. Luca Loria takes that one wide on Wardlaw. Luca Loria shoots, and a good save there by Baxter. So South Australia, 25 seconds left to go on their power play. They will look to get their top unit out once more to get to work, but definitely just looking for a little bit of something more. Here is a good play from Luca Loria, but yeah, not really the power play you're expecting.
Oh, definitely no. I mean, at least you get the shot on the net, and
so O'Hanley winning that one. Friedrich picks it up. It will be Tutton who rims that one around only as far as Shea. Shea shoots, and just wide of the net there as Loria finds his way down to the ice. Chip back down, and Friedrich gets a stick on it, but just wide. Here is O'Hanley. O'Hanley chips that one down, but only as far as Tutton. Tutton back to O'Hanley. O'Hanley picking that one up. Julian Friedrich comes in, shoots, and a great save there from Baxter, who has been in the middle of it a little bit there. 4 seconds left to go in the South Australian penalty, and it will be a very interesting end to the game here. So ahead, we've got a little shout out to give for Jake Riley and
Kel Costa.
I think Braden Costa's brother.
Yeah.
Cal,
yeah.
is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Cal Costa, you know, I've had the privilege of playing with both these boys. As I'm sure you know them very well as well. Good kids, and it's good to see them supporting the youngsters.
Exactly. Learning a thing or two.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, definitely. With the commentary team we have. All right, here is New South Wales clearing the zone, and they will be back to even strength. Shea finds his puck down to Kuleshov's stick. Kuleshov down to Oxlade. Oxlade taking it over the blue line. He'll look to get a shot off again, as he did just before when he scored. Here's Oxlade, shot just high and wide, and it'll rim all the way around. Here's Schumack going back, Chase giving the puck, but it is Julian Friedrich, and it will be icing. So New South Wales shot that one. A bit of an interesting call, but yeah, I think they're going to bring it back to center ice. So yeah, that's what we're going to have. 9:19 left to go in the third period. What are your thoughts here? What are we looking at? New South Wales have got a lot of momentum. What are they doing right now?
They're just pushing up the pucks up the wall and just getting into offensive zone, trying to get the shots on, whereas SA should maybe probably dump the puck in and keep it down low and wear the defenseman down. And we see Trinka on the ice, which is a good sign. It wasn't nothing too bad, and yeah, it's good to see kids don't get injured after stuff like this.
So here is Gavin, a good job there. He must have been listening to the stream. Puck in deep. Here's Schumack to pick it up first. Schumack rims that one around.
I'm sure they got someone in the stands watching the stream and learning a thing or two as well. Or same as Costa and Jack Riley, as they should.
So good play there, and it will be Hughes on a breakaway. Hughes looking to tie the game here, shoots and scores! Hughes there with a very, very nice shot, glove side, and Cameron Hughes brings the game back to 5 apiece. So a good turnover there from Hughes, just working on the South Australian defenseman who lost fumbling of the puck there just a little bit.
Very undisciplined play here by the SA team. They got a lead. They should know where the players are, and they should not allow any breakers right now. They don't need to try and score more goals. They need to push for offense. And yeah, and we see Daniel Hanley now scoring up for the face, so when his team's not even ready. It's these little details that can cost them a game. You know, they really need to step it up a little bit right here if they want to win this game.
So getting to work here is Loria. South Australia will look to have a bit more of a jump in their step if they are to continue their finals push. Here is Von Einem. Von Einem, a good stick check there, but it will be Oxlade on a 2-on-1 with Dushman. Oxlade across the Dushman, shoots, and just wide of the net there. That is a very, very lucky play there as South Australia escaped even more trouble. Big hit there from Oxlade, and it will be New South Wales going back to work. Kudelka fumbling the puck there a little bit, and finally a little bit of an awkward collision, but it will be Kudelka who picks it up. Kudelka hit there on the play, but it will be New South Wales getting to work.
We got a bit of funny business going on behind the play there with Daniel Hanley and some other guy from number
Definitely a fussy game. It looks like Dushman and O'Hanley were in a little bit of a battle there.
Yeah.
So Costa fumbling that shot there, but yeah, getting feisty. It's 5-all, 7 minutes left to play. You know, it's very much a final spot on the line here.
And this is what I said. The team that wants it more, they're gonna win. You know, like you gotta show that you want it more, and if you tried, good things will happen.
For sure. Here is Shea. Shea at the blue line. Shot. Bounces into the shin pads. South Australia really need to regroup here. This has been a very undisciplined defensive period here, but a great play from Grady O'Brien. Grady O'Brien chips that one back up the boards, and it'll be Dominic Trinka. Trinka going back the other way. Friedrich coasting around. This is not what you like to see from these guys, but South Australia, I think, are just really running out of energy here. Here's Williams.
The game really opened up right now. We see a lot of defense lapses from South Australia and a lot of 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, breakaways from New South Wales. So, yeah, I said really need to step it up. And New South Wales, if they want to win, they just need to keep doing exactly what they're doing right now. So
good block there. New South Wales with good possession right in the slot. Shot just wide there, and Dominic Trinker doing a really good job of getting on the defensive positioning of that puck. Feet there for Grady O'Brien. Behind the net is Zhu. Zhu's done a good job there of battling for the puck, and it finally makes its way out to the stick of James Williams. Williams chips that one off the feet of Lucas Gavin and back to Quinn. Quinn hounded there by Gavin, and it will make its way back to Kim. Kim resetting here for New South Wales. Kim finds just past the stick of Zhu, and it will go down the ice. South Australia resetting. It is Williams dumping it back down to Quinn. We have 6:30 left to play in the third period. Game tied at 5. Here is Gavin giving pressure to Quinn. Quinn rims that one around, and it will make its way all the way down to, it looks like it is Boo. Here's Zhu. Zhu shoots just wide of the net there as O'Hanley gets there first off the awkward bounce. Here's Williams. Williams chipping that one down, but only as far as Quinn. Quinn finds Williams. Williams finds Friedrich. Friedrich there, just hounded by the New South Wales defense. They're doing a really, really good job.
And they just drew a penalty on Julian Friedrich.
Yeah, that's a bit of an undisciplined play. Yeah, 2 minutes for roughing.
And look, it got to a point where Rev needs to make the call. It was start getting very, very chippy and very dangerous for the players. You know, even the play before, when you seen the penalty on I don't know, I think it was actually number 6, U on Trinka, where there was a bit of a knee. And yeah, and it starts getting a bit chippy, and the ref needs to pull out the whistle and just let the players know that it's not going to go, you know.
Yeah, definitely undisciplined penalty there, and now it's going to be a real test of South Australia's character. So New South Wales getting to work on their power play. We haven't seen much of it tonight, but that doesn't mean it's not effective. So, you know, you've got 2 very talented players, but also just a very solid unit here. So Costa will get to work on the forecheck from Williams. Gives it to Wardlaw. Wardlaw wheeling it out of his defensive zone, finds a stick of Kuleshov. Kuleshov very, very nicely defended there by Shea. Shea finds a way to get it out, and it will be Costa to reset. 1:30 left to go in the New South Wales power play as Dushman sends it across to Wardlaw. Wardlaw looking to get some speed as he takes it into the zone. Trinker does a good job there of separating him, but it finds its way down. Shea will rim that all the way down, and South Australia will continue their change and their offensive pressure on the forecheck. Here is Braden Costa. Costa keeps possession of it, gives it to Wardlaw. Wardlaw with some speed here, hounded by Gavin. Wardlaw sends that one across, but no one there to receive it as Luca Laurier battles Braden Costa there. Costa comes in. Good move there from Costa. Just a very nice defensive play from South Australia, but it's kept in there. New South Wales getting to work once more. Dushman sends it across. Here is Kuleshov. Kuleshov rims that one down to 29. 29 Brody. Brody getting to work there in the corner. 45 seconds left to go in the play, and Matty Smith's helmet has come off, and it looks like that will be a whistle. So not really sure how that one happened, but with 42 seconds left to play.
Yeah, to be honest, you probably like to see this blown down a bit earlier. It definitely was not her fault that the helmet came off, and the ref noticed it. And as we were talking about player safety before with the hits and stuff, this needs to be blown down. Like what do you think, Jeremy? Yeah,
you see it on the screen there. That was not by no means a malintent.
It wasn't intentional, but
no, but it's been knocked off the helmet. I think they've given goal interference. So again, it's we're both goalies, and you know.
Look, I'm not sure if it's a penalty call, but what I was trying to say is to blow it down, to like stop the play so Matty doesn't get hit in the head. But
yeah.
Well, he's getting sent off the eyes. So
yeah, that's. We'll have to listen in on.
I think it might be hit into the head. 5+10 or something. Last time I played,
Last time you played hockey?
Yeah. Last time I played against Brisbane, the guy tried Michigan and he almost hit my helmet, and the ref said if he hit my helmet, it would have been like a 2-minute penalty or something. So I'm not sure what the call is gonna be, but the player got sent to the change room, and I guess New South Wales will have to figure out what they're going to do with the rest of the game. And
so yeah, we'll bring your attention to the stream here for a second. That's really unfortunate to get called for that. I mean, it doesn't look like he was forced into it, but it also doesn't look like he was looking. So
exactly. It was intentional, but look, it's the awareness. You need to be aware where you are, you know where the goal is. Like, you can't just go through the goalie. Like, even if it's intentional or not intentional.
So we'll see. It could be a 2 and a 10 potentially, and that's why he's been sent off for the rest of the game. It looks like he got a 10, so misconduct. Potentially a 2 as well. I'm not really sure how the penalties are going to work out, so we'll update you for that.
I'm sure the scorers will do a good job with refs as well, and they'll figure it out.
I'm sure. But to bring you back to the attention of the general scoreline, it is 4:43 left to play in the third period. South Australia 5, New South Wales 5. We saw a 5-1 lead for South Australia, which caused the changing of netminders for New South Wales, and ever since, it's been New South Wales.
I agree. Well, SA needs to get to work and get something going in the offensive zone. We haven't seen them do much in the offensive zone since the goalie change. So I think they might have let a little bit off of the gas, you know. But yeah, they definitely need to go into the offensive zone and start creating some high quality chances.
Yeah, definitely. It is difficult, right? Like when you're winning by so much, and for the unfortunate sake that it is, we've had this situation a few times this season in the AIHL. We're leading by a couple, even 4 goals, and when you get a team come back and bring that game back to even, it's really hard mentally. The team looks completely different than if it was an equal game, and you need to be better. You just need to
definitely, and that's the thing about I was saying before on the stream. It's now it's the mental side of the game. All these players are physically good enough to play on this level. Now it just depends who can handle it better mentally, and who's got it sorted out in their heads better.
Absolutely, and you're seeing a no-quit attitude here from the New South Wales team, who very much, you know, the tournament's on the line for every team here. You know, every team has won a game, which means that no team with 1 win is safe, and it's really, really important. The teams just shut that down. You know,
exactly.
you need to get points wherever you can, because that gets you into that finals. So it looks like it won't be a penalty in terms of a minor penalty.
There's 4 and 3 on the ice. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. We got another New South Wales player talking to the refs, so it's 4 and 4 players on the ice.
They haven't gone to the scorer's box just yet, so we'll see what happens.
Julian's making some funny gestures there. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, probably just making up for the fact that he very, very stupidly cost his team a good chance. And look, you know what? Not because he's my brother, but we will call him out on this. This is the things that you look for in players with experience at the higher level.
Yeah.
You know, it's 6 minutes to go when he got that penalty. You're tired. Your team has lost a lot of momentum. That's not a penalty you take.
And that's what I was talking about with Kuleshov. Like, you can't just let the emotions take over yourself. He did a decent job by doing that. Julian, he let the emotions take over himself, and he pushed the guy's helmet off a little bit, and the ref's in it, and it was a goal straight away, you know.
So New South Wales getting to work on their power play. Looks like there is no team penalty on that one. It will just be a straight misconduct to Dushman. Great play there from James Williams to block a good shot from Braden Costa. 25 seconds left to go on the Julian Friedrich penalty, as we are 4:23 left to play in the game. Here is Kuleshov. Kuleshov finds the stick of Williams, only as far as the stick of Costa, who gets a nice shot blocked there. 12 seconds left to go on the power play. Here is Kuleshov. Kuleshov getting to work there in the corner with his teammates. Good stick there from Dominic Trinker, who gets to work for South Australia. Trinker chips that one out to James Williams. James Williams takes that one wide. Comes in. Good delay there from Williams. Williams chips that one onto the stick of Friedrich, who
very smart play.
Yeah, great play there from James Williams, and a just unfortunate bounce over the stick there of Friedrich.
Look, and this is exactly what SA needs right now. Yeah, this is exactly what they need. They got no chance because their goalie kicked the net out, but it's pretty easy to kick these nets out. But yeah.
A great play from James Williams. Good penalty kill.
And look at the effort from New South Wales play. Like, they're putting their body on the lines. Both teams won it. That's why it's 5-5 game, you know.
Yeah, it's very much a finals atmosphere in a game that is a round robin game. So it's really good to see these teams know that you have to win these games.
And it's definitely fun to watch for the fans at home or in IceArenA as well.
So Friedrich gets that shot blocked there, and it will be Laurier picking up the puck in the corner. Just dumped straight past the stick of O'Brien and all the way down, but it will be waved off. Here is Shea, 3:38 left to play in the game. 5-5 South Australia, New South Wales. Both teams could be content with a point here, because 4 points does very likely get you into finals, but that second and third position makes a big difference as well. Here's Friedrich. Friedrich chips it onto the path of O'Hanley. O'Hanley's had himself a very nice tournament and continues to get to work down low. Here is O'Hanley. O'Hanley moves it to the feet of Laurier, but only as far as number 29 in Brody. Brody picks this one up and goes to work on Shea, and that will be blown down for offside. So 3:10 left to go in the third period. What are we looking at here, Mateusz Trinka?
We're looking at some goals.
yeah, definitely a high-intensity atmosphere. This is unfortunately the last game that Mateusz Trinka and myself will have the privilege of calling, and they definitely haven't made it boring for us, have they?
Definitely not. It's coming to an interesting game. You know, it would be a bit harder if it's a blowout game. So yeah, definitely.
So here is Zoo getting to work there on Dominic Trinka and Williams. Zoo gets out of there, and a good stick check there from Gabriel Kudelka. Getting to work is the South Australian defensive play as Dominic Trinka gets the puck poked off in there by Quinn. Boo passes it down to Zoo. Zoo hit there by Gabriel Kudelka. A good pressure there from Gabriel Kudelka, but Zoo still has it. Zoo wheeling around the offensive zone. He does a good job of creating space, but a good poke chair from Lucas Gavin. So good play there, goes back up to the point. South Australia just trying to get out of their zone here as Gavin chips that one up, but only as far as the stick of the defenseman from New South Wales, but a good block there from Trinka. So Trinka will send that one down all the way, and it will be icing. So Mikowski getting a good couple of shots there, but a good block.
I guess it was probably the right play he made. They were in the zone for a bit, and he just needed to get it out. Could have not get an icing, but if that's all you are able to do at the moment, that's, you know.
So, yeah, good chance here for the New South Wales top line to get to work. You see Braden Costa taking the draw against Dominic Trinka. 2:28 left to play in the game. We are tied at 5, so a really, really good game of hockey so far. And it will be worked through there. A shot from Hughes that goes just over the net, and South Australia will try and reset behind their defensive zone. Chipped up to the point to Oxlade. Only finds the stick of Von Einem. It's kind of fumbled around there. The team's just messing around with it a little bit too much, and they score! New South Wales in the slot. It looks like Hughes has just picked up a very, very nice placed rebound, and it is 6-5 for New South Wales. Hughes picking up his second goal of the period, and a very, very crucial goal here for New South Wales.
We see Maddie Smith was telling the refs the net moved, which it did, but look, in Adelaide ring, the refs are more likely to call the goal than move net, because the nets are really easy to move. So I don't know. What do you think, Jeremy? Because you can see on the replay the net definitely moved out of the place, but.
So correction on that one. It is McGrath who's picked up the goal. A very nice goal from him. And yeah, New South Wales now up 6-5 after being down 5-1. It's not very often you see a goalie change working out as well as it has, but a real big test of South Australia's character here as we get to work. Chipped into the corner as Julian Friedrich picks it up. So Julian Friedrich getting to work on the boards. Hounded there by Schumack, who is a much younger player, but holding his own very, very nicely here. Friedrich chips that one out to O'Hanley. Schumack chips it up the boards. Shea gets a good shot. A glove down there by Kuleshov. Kuleshov only as far and gets it back. Kuleshov here to make it 7-6. Great play, great save, and just kept out of the net there as South Australia go back to work. Here is Friedrich.
Very nice patience there by Maddie Smith, waiting for Kuleshov to release the shot.
So here is South Australia just resetting. Shea chips that one in, blocked there, and it will be Schumack. Schumack gets it to Oxlade. Oxlade rims that one around, and it'll be O'Hanley who lets that one just slide out of the zone, and it's Kudelka who picks it up. 1:15 left to play. South Australia really needing something magical here. Friedrich taps that on to O'Hanley. O'Hanley over the blue, shoots just wide of the net there as Boo goes to pick that one up. Boo picking that one up, wheeling it out of his defensive zone and chipping that down very nicely, as he should be very comfortable doing right now. Rimmed around the boards, and it will be South Australia picking it up first. Here is Friedrich. Friedrich wheeling through the offensive zone. Friedrich makes a nice play, takes it just under the stick of O'Hanley there as 47 seconds left to go. South Australia needs something magical here.
SA was just about to pull the goalie.
So yeah, here is Wardlaw. 3-on-2. Good shot there, just wide of the net. New South Wales there with a good hit from Nikita Laurier. 30 seconds left to play on the clock. Here is Julian Friedrich. Friedrich going back the other way. South Australia look absolutely gassed here. Friedrich has absolutely nothing left in the tank, as that is easily turned over. It will be New South Wales going there through 29 in Brody. Good turnover, good play. 15 seconds left to play. Here is Von Einem. Von Einem just over the stick. It's kept in. Chipped out here. South Australia really needs something magical. 8 seconds. 6. It's just kept in once more. Kuleshov over the blue, shoots just wide of the net. Here is Von Einem picking that one up. And New South Wales have completed an absolutely magical comeback. A shutout technically from Justin Baxter, and a huge huge shift in momentum here as South Australian hearts are completely in their mouths. Thoughts on the game, Soho?
A very exciting game to watch for fans, very heartbreaking for South Australia, coming off of that 5-2 lead or something, 5-1 lead. Yeah, very resilient New South Wales team. They were able to come back out of the 1-5 kind of, yeah, loss, kind of.
Yeah, 5-1 deficit. I'll fill the English for you. Yeah, heartbreaking. Obviously, being held in South Australia, it's...
again, we've seen a good quality match with good quality players, you know, good quality matchup, so very interesting game to watch.
Yeah, no, it's a part of the sport, you know. You really can't let off at any point. 5-1 for what seems like a very comfortable lead. You see here, it's mentally tough more than it is physically, isn't it?
Definitely. It drains you mentally if you just keep letting the goals in and you know you're not scoring. It's just gonna drain you mentally at some point. It's not easy.
Now, standings are a little bit messed up because we've had a lot of traded wins in positions. There hasn't been a clear bottom team and top team other than WA winning every single game. So South Australia do find themselves at the bottom right now, but that isn't completely over. So you'll have to wait and see until tomorrow's results to see who makes the finals round. So that is going to be all from myself and Matu Strinker. It's been an absolute pleasure to walk you through the few games that you've been stuck with us. We are on our way to Canberra to play against the Canberra Brave this weekend, so we won't be
against,
here for the rest
Jake
of the tournament.
Riley, if we get some ice time.
And yeah, that's all from us. Any final words, Matu Strinker?
I don't think so. Just, you know, good luck to all the teams in the tournament and may the best win.
Yeah, 100%. So that's all from us, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.